NCIS Season 21, who all could return for David McCallum tribute. Greetings from USA 24, my dream channel. There are major things ahead for NCIS Season 21, as many of you are probably aware, which is officially scheduled to premiere in February. Right now, it seems reasonable that the major cliffhanger concerning Nick Torres will need to be resolved before anything else is done. It is difficult to envision anything else, primarily because of how Season 20 concluded. Without pausing to consider what we have already seen, the story cannot continue. Having stated that, let's look ahead and see what more we know is on the horizon. Honoring David McCallum. The actor passed away earlier this year, and it's obvious that the show will make a difference. Of course, the question is, who will return to pay homage? Although Mark Harmon has previously stated that he has not heard anything about Gibbs returning for the tribute, we do tend to believe it is a possibility. Regarding alternative scenarios, we do believe there is a case to be made for Michael Weatherly, Cote de Pablo, or Emily Wickersham, among other previous cast members, to return. For that matter, so do recurrent guest stars such as Joe Spano's portrayal of Fornell. Wickersham seems to be the only member of this group whose return would be difficult, primarily because of the way Ellie Bishop was portrayed. Some other characters find it somewhat more realistic. All that would be left would be the demands of the story, the availability of the actors, and the budget. For now, this is at least something to keep an eye on, and we do hope that one of the most significant characters in the entire NCIS universe will receive a heartfelt homage soon. We still have a ton of stuff to get ready for. Thank you, please share my video. Mark Harmon responds to rumors of an NCIS comeback. Mark Harmon, a former cast member of NCIS, has responded to reports that he may be returning to the program. In 2021, the actor concluded his 18-year tenure on the show, during which he made an appearance on the spin-off series New Orleans by stepping down from his role as Larry Jethro Gibbs. Though there have been rumors of his return after his departure, the celebrity told Entertainment Tonight that nothing was planned. Larry is most likely fishing up in Alaska while sitting in a creek, he remarked. Will he manage to escape the current? I'm not sure. If he is, though, I'm not aware of it. In a prior statement, Harmon discussed his departure from the program and said, "The character I play and the need to keep it challenging and fresh has always drawn me here. This character has followed the path it did in the plot. It seemed fair and Hanyan remarkable. As an executive producer and dear friend, Mark continues to be an integral part of the fabric of the show." Showrunner Steve Binder hinted at the possibility of Harmon making a comeback to the program. "Being loyal to our characters has always been our compass, and it has always shaped the stories we write and the directions our characters take. Thus, as devoted viewers of the program have undoubtedly seen over the years, never count Larry Jethro Gibbs out with relation to Gibbs' future." While Harmon's future remains uncertain, NCIS recently debuted a brand new spin-off series called NCIS Sydney, which centers on events in Australia. Mark Harmon, the star of NCIS, claims that his brief relationship with Heather Locklear was just an emotional cup of coffee. Star of NCIS, Mark Harmon famously spoke of his brief, dull relationship with Heather Locklear. These are his words. Fans of NCIS are accustomed to seeing Mark Harmon as Larry Jethro Gibbs. Prior to joining the NCIS team in 2003, he was well known to fans for his stunning appearance. Harmon attracted ladies easily, earning him the title of People's Sexiest Man Alive in 1986. He talked about his brief relationship with actress Heather Locklear in an interview with the Journal. Mark Harmon, star of NCIS, previously remarked that his brief relationship with Heather Locklear wasn't unusual. Although Mark Harmon is best known for his role as Larry Jethro Gibbs on NCIS, genuine fans of the actor are aware that people previously named him the sexiest man alive. After making his debut on Street Elsewhere as Dr. Robert Caldwell, Harmon left audiences in awe. Christina Pickles, his co-star from Street Elsewhere who plays Nurse Helen Rosenthal, made a comment on the reactions of women to seeing Harmon. "Women adore that gorgeous face that displays Mark's empathy," she told People in 1986. "I don't believe he understands the impact he has on women." Actor Donna Mills said, "Forget Mel Gibson. I always ask myself, your place or mine, when I see Mark." Even though Harmon was immensely popular with women, not every relationship was successful. After 4 years of dating Christina Rains, his co-star on Flamingo Road, Harmon told People that she will always hold a special place in his heart even after they parted ways. He made a comeback with Heather Locklear following Rains. Furthermore, the comeback was unremarkable. It started around Christmas in 1984 and ended by New Year's, he remarked. Then he described the celebrity to him as just an emotional cup of coffee. In the 1980s, Heather Locklear also went on a date with Tom Cruise, but things turned weird. Star of NCIS Mark Harmon was not impressed by Heather Locklear in the 1980s. In 1982, she was said to have dated a number of other well-known men, including Tom Cruise. Sadly, Locklear and Cruise weren't intended to be together. Locklear described Cruise's dancing routines as some of the most uncomfortable she had ever seen. You know the scene in Risky Business where he dances in his panties. The Daily Mail said that in 2013, she inquired on Chelsea lately. He entered the club where we were dancing. You simply sort of stand there, unsure of what action to take. Do you make a circle with him while dancing? It was peculiar. I took a seat just now. Furthermore, Locklear made it clear that she and Cruise did not go on a date. Instead, it was merely dancing. She went on, it wasn't really a date. He had no pals, and we'd tried out together for something. Not that he doesn't have pals, mind you. He doesn't have any buddies out here. We left the house and went dancing. Mark Harmon recently talked about his 36-year marriage. Mark Harmon, the star of NCIS, handled love rather well following his dull relationship with Heather Locklear. Pam Dauber, his current wife, was met not long after he was named the sexiest man alive. In 1986, he obtained Dauber's phone from a mutual friend and made a cold call. After a year, they got married. He gave People an explanation of the key to a successful marriage. He answered, "I have nothing to hide." We chuckle. You have to converse and interact, and you have to laugh. The best part is that. Shall we discuss that over a seat? No. Perhaps you're just lucky enough to locate the one. Despite the fact that we differ greatly, we have a lot in common. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. Ziva David was almost not cast by NCIS star Cote de Pablo because the show's executives weren't convinced. Star of NCIS, Cote de Pablo, almost missed out on the 3rd season of the beloved crime series, but she became well known to a large audience when she appeared as Ziva David. Cote de Pablo, an actress from NCIS, joined the ensemble show in 2005 and rode the show's popularity heights until her departure in 2013, which many saw as the end of an era as her leading co-stars gradually followed suit. Nevertheless, Cote nearly never had the chance to play the part despite her enormous popularity as the former Mossad spy because some program executives thought she needed more persuasion during her initial audition. NCIS desperately needed a new female lead after Sasha Alexander, Caitlin Todd, left the show in Season 3. Casting director Susan Bluestein felt she had found the ideal candidate in Cote, who she had long admired from the show The Jury. In an interview with The Hollywood Reporter to commemorate NCIS' 20th anniversary, the casting director affirmed that Cote and NCIS star Michael Weatherly had instantaneous connection. The actress quickly won over head of casting Peter Golden, who recalled, "I remember she walked in the room, and we were like, oh my God, who is this woman?" It is less common at network tests these days. Sadly, Peter claims that Donald P. Belisario, the show's creator, wasn't 100% on board right away. Even though the Hollywood celebrity appeared to be a fan of hers as an actress, Donald apparently had another candidate in mind for the Ziva role that he felt as writer. Fortunately for Cote, Donald was eventually persuaded by his own colleagues since she had left such a lasting impression on so many other show executives. Executive producer Mark Horowitz pointed out that audiences in Ziva experienced a similar scenario, admitting that her initial popularity wasn't what many had anticipated. But he went on, saying it took some time for the audience to get invested in her and Tony's relationship and truly appreciate her kick *** status. Fans were devastated when Cote abruptly left the program in 2013, but she also made an unexpected comeback for season 17 in 2019, offering viewers a rare glimpse into Ziva's life outside of the NCIS team and giving her character arc a little more resolution. The 44-year-old's first resignation also served as the impetus for a number of high-profile exits over the ensuing years, including that of Mark Harmon in 2021, Polly Perrette in 2018, and Michael Weatherly in 2015.